but they get shot at by an Avenger that's hiding over here. Humvee Avenger is, well, you know what it is. It can be quite annoying. Moving up another CSU for suppression. And the fight here is well underway. This unit was only 10 and it is dying. Their Delta Force are taking quite a lot of fire. I do move up some other units here quite soon. But I may not have been microing as well as I should have. Here's one of my APCs just sitting right in front of the enemy because I told them to shoot at them and they could not seem to get a shot unless they did that. Here comes in an enemy aircraft, an A6 intruder, who is going to do some bombing runs. Does he get shot down? Is stunned, killed 10 of my dudes, but it does get shot down. Not sure how many points that thing is worth, but that's one less of it. And the goalie's doing some bombing as well. They're scouting with a cargo truck, I guess, which is kind of dumb because we'll just capture it if it comes into our lines. Or maybe they were resupplying. In any case, this game was not super serious. We were kind of, we had the advantage on moving up. They had spent a lot on the Congo and the other ships, which we can't see right now, but they were somewhere trying to get a line of sight. But because of this dock here, they can't actually shoot at any of the troops they see here, because the dock is blocking the way. Move up my T-34, which gets shot, I believe. The light riflemen are very improved from their stats in the last Wargame Airland battle. And we pretty much have this area down and ready to be conquered. Mostly. We can't actually see what's there. The enemy are pulling some shenanigans. You can't see it now, but my command vehicle... Oh, I missed it. I had a command vehicle here. You see the explosion. I had some reserve command infantry, which I'm trying to gut with some T-34. The enemy bombed them with a Nighthawk. Very skilled move. We did not see that coming. They had some scout here, some recon scout. Let's switch to neutral so you see it. Navy SEALs. They had Navy SEALs and they were spawning our command unit in there. So they did have some kind of advanced tactics. They flew the Nighthawk all around the edge of the map, came in like this, bombed out the command vehicle, and I believe they do the same to this command unit. Why I had them sitting in reserve is because I wanted a backup for this point. Right now, me and Goldie call in our ships together. I call in the Luda, which gets hit quite a bit. It starts shooting at this Pohang. Captain killed, Warda Ingress, officer down. Goldie calls in 2 Tarantulas, a very good unit for support. And our main goal here is to kind of clear the ocean. For right now, we're focusing fire on the Pohang. And then I believe my Luda takes quite a bit of beating, at least in stats. I bring in some T-34 to lull, shoot at the ships. We take down that Pohang. And there's Pohang coming over here. It was over in this region because, as I say, they were trying to shoot at my troops. That didn't work out that well. So the Congo is a main flagship of NATO. It is 420 points. Luda costs much less. I just right now dropped napalm on him from a ship because lol napalm on the water. My Luda radar operator is killed, so it drives right up to the Congo, almost ramming him. I think it actually stops it from moving out of the napalm, which actually is panicking the Congo and making it quite inaccurate. Meanwhile, on the battlefield, some bombing is happening over here, but the main fight we're focusing on is with this Congo that we're all focusing fire on. And it's quite an interesting battle. They eventually do move out of the napalm, but by that time, look at how much health this thing has. This is the Congo. It's only taken like 3-4 spots of damage. That shot was actually from my T-34, who have come in for revenge against the enemy fleet. Goldie's Tarantula is almost dead. Right now, I lose that command infantry I had over here. They come in and bomb it again. Sorry if I'm not keeping up with the battle in the camera view. It's kind of hard to see everything at once. But we have some fire superiority on the Congo, and it's dead. So there goes that problem. I think we killed the other Pohang as well by that time. And down she goes to the bottom of the ocean. So even if we had lost my Luda or some of Goldie's Tarantulas, which we didn't, it would have been worth the points. Because the Congo is 420 points, which is kind of a waste, considering it's not all that good. Meanwhile, we focus our attention back to the middle, start moving up some stuff. Goalie Spetsnaz gets in the fight with the Delta Force. He moves in some TO-55's flamethrower tanks, which I support with my T-34-85, who are shooting at some Humvee. I believe I might have been trying to shoot the Delta Force. No, I was shooting the Humvee with that unit. Anyway, I have some more in reserve over here, which I move up shortly. And I generally move up my recon infantry, which are snipers. And we slowly but surely push the enemy out of this sector. The enemy has substantial losses by this time. They've lost their main fleet, which was a very expensive fleet. Goldie has his Tarantulas roll up straight to Anna. I believe I moved my Luda up to go hang out with them. Now what happens over there is we do actually lose some ships from the enemy aircraft, the anti-ship aircraft, which are very good on NATO's side. And because our ships are so badly damaged from that fight, and they're not being supplied or rearmed right yet, that they actually are able to kill them with those planes, despite the Tarantula shooting down a lot of the missiles. So we can watch the T-55s, TO-55s move up. What's happening over here? They sneak some Delta Force around to try and get to my... I'm not sure they knew my command infantry was there, but they were very, very close, which was quite scary. They did take a shot from my PG earlier. I move my command infantry, tell them to get in the vehicle and back off. I tell everything else to move in and kill them, but also accidentally select the vehicle that my command infantry are in and tell them to attack the infantry as well. Luckily, the Delta Force spot the Shinong tanks first, and they take the brunt of the enemy missiles, and by that time, we just finish them off with the superior firepower we have out there. I call in a napalm strike, which was ultimately not necessary. I called it in on the point that Goldie put down in case there was anything else there. And I dismount my infantry again, and home sweet home. No problem. That would have been more of a threat if they had more Delta Force kind of moving around. They do still have some light riflemen in this house, but by the time we spotted, there's so much stuff that I have, they really don't stand a chance. Even Goldie's BMPT is shooting at it from this far away. So, really not a threat. Meanwhile, what's happening over here? Goldie has lost one of his Tarantulas to enemy aircraft. I believe we'll see another come in soon. I believe that's Goldie's TO-55 doing some napalming of the area. He also has dropped off some command infantry to secure the point, which really should have been secured by the enemy in the beginning. They had very little units here, which left, a lot to be desired for them as we moved up with a superior force and really basically wiped them out. Goldie has an attack marker there. I think he's spotted some infantry. ATGM infantry, perhaps. I bring up a Changyu, which is a MLRS equipped ship, or boat, riverboat actually, with the turret of a T-34, which I think is hilarious. Meanwhile, we're still clearing out the remnants of small units in here. Assault engineers, not much of a threat. Goldie pulls back his command infantry, and we secure the area to make sure nothing else is hiding there. And my ally is moving up a Muna supply boat to resupply our remaining ships, hopefully before they get hit by the enemy. But we'll hopefully see what happens there. And by this point in the battle, we have a clear advantage. My Red Army infantry, Red Dragon deck is infantry based. So you'll see I have a lot of focus on infantry and some rather cheap tanks because that's kind of my playstyle. Super Entards are coming in, and so is a Tornado, which is much scarier. Tornado has 4 missiles and manages to sink my Luda. Meanwhile, I'm firing random MLRS bursts over there, and if we go to neutral, you'll see they actually had their command Humvee, which is not a very good unit to be a command vehicle because it's a Humvee. It doesn't have any armor, and I nearly get a direct hit on it. You see there, it goes down to 1 health, and if I had another hit like that, it would have been dead. I am quite good at spotting the enemy command, or guessing where the enemy command units are. So are some other players. It might be a good idea to always have armored command units, if not command infantry, in a house. They're still shooting some off Goldie's boats with airplanes, which can be quite effective. As you've seen, they have got some stuff in this town. I think it's mostly Humvees, but a few infantry units. But by this point in the battle, it doesn't really matter. It will be very hard for them to turn it around, since we've taken so much territory. And as all wargamers might know, it is easier to be on the defense than attacking. If you're attacking, you're bound to lose more than the enemy if they're microing relatively well, which me and Goldie can do. This is a famous Mi-8s. I'm moving up some anti-tank infantry, and I think we can speed it up from here. Goldie moves up some units, armored units on the side. Meanwhile, they try to, or they might have had that sitting there, but we discover it and destroy this rifleman unit. They're still shooting at us, but we managed to take it down with our MiGs. IL-2 going in for a strike on this area. I don't think they get it, but nope. We get it eventually anyway. And at this point, we're both kind of playing lazily and not too seriously because, well, we've won. Not to underestimate our enemy, but I certainly could not come back from something like this, especially with the low point income they must have. I'm sending some more MLRS as well. Goldie gets his BRDM free in here. Let's actually just go to neutral for the remaining section of the battle. I'm not sure if they get that, if he gets that Humvee, or they might have moved it down. I think their last command infantry is here. They had it sitting in this block of houses. As you see, they have turtled up quite a bit, which all of these units should have been in here, including that command infantry especially, but they did not have it for the majority of the game. So bad move from the enemy. We are bombing them into the dust and napalming them. I move up some more expensive tanks which get S-mod, which is a shame, so I send some napalm planes to deal with that, which they don't really because they just move away. Nighthawk circles around, killing some of our stuff, and they try doing some plane strikes again, but we have air superiority at that time. So they either get away damaged or they go down. And their last command, infantry, get in this building, which I was shooting some napalm at. And that's all they really had there. We could have gone straight, clicked over here and taken it. Sheridan show up, start shooting at my APCs I have set over there. I sent some more MLRS from that one ship. Very good thing to kind of harass the enemy. Goldie missing with his airstrikes. We don't know exactly where that thing is, but I sent some napalm, and that's the game. I believe the command points were reached, and we have a clear victory. So that's the battle. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, then I might do some more of these, considering we have some quite interesting games. I'll maybe post some practice games that we have, but mostly I want to post games that we have against random people. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.